Hello guys, and welcome to another Era of Chaos video. Guys, today we're talking about the Conflux plane. Probably this is going to be my very last video I'm making on the Conflux bosses because, when I started the game we didn't have commanders and the stages were much harder. Now, with commanders in the game, it is like a walk in the park. So we are going to start with the Chaos Lord. This is one of the bosses. Basically, all you need is characters, units that can stun, and also you need one really strong commander. And how you're doing everything, or if you don't have commander, just use your main top DPS. In my case, I can use the mercenary to get 6-star evil sorcerers, which means that all I have to do is get the boss stunned, and then the evil sorceress is going to be frenzied, and she will absolutely annihilate the boss. Just look at this. Now, I have the Angel to stun, I have the Behemoth, I have the Cavalier, and I have the Evil Sorceress. Now, he is stunned, I'm going to frenzy everything, and he will just like this die in 10 seconds. This is how easy it is to do this boss now. Once again, in the past it was not that easy, but now, once you have been playing for about a month and a half, you can beat every single stage without any problems. Now, let's focus now on the fire stage. Basically, this is a little bit more tricky because here there are two bosses. The first one takes only damage coming from double strike, so the marksman and the elf is pretty good. On the bottom you have a boss that only takes damage from spells. So in other words, you need to use Solmir here, there is no other option. And the point is, you need a very strong tank on the top, like I'm using currently the Dragon Golem, and also a very strong tank, or let's say two tanks in the bottom. But as you can currently see, I'm not really doing pretty good. I can kill the bottom boss using my spells, but the top boss hardly ever takes any damage. And if we fast forward this fight, you will see that I won't be able to complete the stage because simply I don't deal enough damage. Now, one of the options is to get a mercenary, elf, or a marksman that is really strong so that you can finish the stage. But there is another thing that you can do, and this thing will help you a lot. Now, the only thing that I will be doing here is I will go to my devil, I'm going to strip him naked when it comes to emblems, and then I will give my Path of an Assassin emblems to my marksman. Also, another thing that can be done is you need to make sure that you have a better tank that slows. A better tank that slows actually is the Dendroid. Instead of a Centaur, I will be using the Dendroid. Basically, this is the change I'm going to do. With the Dendroid in, or even with the Centaur, actually it doesn't matter, I will use a Centaur. Even with the Centaur, I can easily defeat this stage. And you can clearly see the difference in damage. By the second minute mark, the boss on the top is done, he is destroyed. And we can only focus now on the boss on the bottom, who is going to die sooner or later. Basically, this is the way you defeat fire. If you're not dealing enough damage with the marksman or the elf, just give them Path of an Assassin. Even the purple emblem will do. Yeah, I would advise you using the Dendroid instead of the Centaur in order to get them slowed, because if they're slowed, then the double strike kicks in. Now let's check what other stages we have. Now, when it comes to the water, earth and air conflux, it's really straightforward, nothing strange there, nothing extremely difficult. If you go to the boss in the water conflux, all you have to do is make sure you have a unit that can apply bleed, or a unit that can burn the enemy, and basically that's it. Now, if you don't have a lot of strong melee units, you can use the orc for the bleed, and you have to protect the orc by using Mephal's shield. This is the way you do it. I'm just going to select some kind of a strong tank that can hold the line, like the Dragon Golem, and I will kick in. Now, basically, here is very straightforward as well. All you have to do is wait until the water boss does her ultimate or whatever it is, and then shield your backline. She now is doing the ultimate. I forgot to shield it, but I have the Judicator, so it's not a big deal. She's doing an ultimate again, and I have shielded my units. This is the way you defeat water stage. The other option is to use only melee units and to have a lot of units that can bleed, or let's say apply fire. This is the way you defeat the stage. Nothing really difficult here. Again, Path of an Assassin is a really useful emblem. When it comes to the air boss, guys, it is a walk in the park, because once again, if you have, and I bet that by the time you start to beat the bosses in general, you will have a lot of whales in the server that will have pretty good commanders, such as the Judicator. As you can see, I'm using a Judicator 6 stars, and to this boss you have to fight only with air units. So all you have to do is just frenzy the flying units. Like in my case, I'm frenzying the Judicator and I'm frenzying the Evil Sorceress, and look at the health of the boss being melted in a matter of seconds. So this is the way you defeat the air stage. It's pretty easy. And when it comes to the earth, again, in the beginning this stage is really not that difficult, then it's getting progressively more and more difficult. But what I'm doing is I am just using this guy for heal, this hero, Ryland or whatever, and yeah, I'm not doing anything else. In a lot of cases I won't be doing any spells at all. Look at this, the health of the boss is getting higher and higher. And another thing that you can use is a genie. You can just frenzy the genie and get a lot of healing. But in general, in the beginning it's really easy. Just stack a lot of units that can heal, and that's it. For example, I could have used the Judicator 6 stars as well for better healing, but for now I'm pretty cool without the 6-star Judicator. As you can see, I defeated the stage without any problems. And there is one last thing that I want to mention. It is basically how to defeat the water stage using Gelu or Gelu. Yeah, basically I'll be using this hero because I want to have, let's say, I want to have a lot of units that will be dealing damage in the front, so I don't really care about my backline units. As you can see, I have Judicator, I have Evil Sorcerers, I have also the Drake, the Red Drake, and I have some tanks in the front. All I have to do now is just go all in and destroy the boss using Frenzy. This is another way that you can do, so you don't have to use Mephala all the time. All you have to do is use melee units and just frenzy them. This is another way to defeat the boss. Look at this, I'm frenzying the units, so the boss is taking huge damage, and sooner or later she's going down. But of course, this will require you to have very strong melee units. But once again, even if you have, as a mercenary, one, let's say, commander, 6 stars, that will do for you. Alright guys, I really hope you found this video useful. This is going to be all from me for today. See you next time. Take care and stay safe.
Perfect. Perfect.